Coach Jimmy here at Buckingham Palace. The flag is up, the Queen is here. Subscribe to this video and I'm going to tell you how you have an opportunity to have just the same impact that she does. Nelson, James Nelson. No, seriously, I'm living my James Bond dream right now, sitting outside of Buckingham Palace. The gates are closed. We are told that because the flag's up top, that the Queen Bee herself, she's in. I don't know if we're getting any closer than this, but this is epic. And every time I get to travel the world, I'm reminded of the difference between being rich and generational wealth. I had the privilege of going on a tour of France about 8 years ago, and the same thing, like we'd bike through the countryside, and it's just amazing to think of the family lineage and about what that means. And really, I'm like, well, how does that apply to me as an American, right? Like, we don't have the same kind of monarchy.
So we're inside the Royal Mews. I'm gonna keep it down. And the artwork on these stagecoaches are amazing.
But it does make me think about what kind of legacy do we leave? Like, who's gonna tell your story? What are you gonna do in your life that's gonna live beyond you? And so when I think about anything here in London, whether it's Buckingham Palace or, any of the history here or people that have statues up, it's because they had a legit story. It's because they stepped out of their comfort zone. It's because they dared to be great. It's because they were willing to fail miserably in the public eye, and many times that these people that we put on pedestals, literally on pedestals, make statues of, put in big palaces, these aren't flawless people. They're just people that cared more about their purpose. They cared more about a cause. They cared more about leading others and impacting others. Not everybody. You can say, oh, whatever, like they just happen to be born into the right family. But there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. And we have to think about this, that those that came before us did things to give us opportunities, whether that's your family, whether that's just where technology is today, that other people made sacrifices, that other people were willing to step out of their comfort zone to create things to where you now have an opportunity. You have platforms that you can touch more people's lives than ever before. Like, your grandparents didn't have this opportunity to create a life of their own. They usually were kind of stuck in whatever job that they got into. And so it is amazing that we think of monarchies like this, that families like this, but really, you have an opportunity to have as big or bigger an impact than all these generations that came before. There's more information being created now in one day than used to be recorded in the history of time in years. And so we look at this and think, oh, I may never live in a palace, but you can have the same impact that somebody like the Queen or anybody that's been recorded in history has had, because you have the ability to tell a story, because we have access like this that I can connect with you right now. Now, I know I'm probably the only person sitting in front of Buckingham Palace right now thinking, how does this have to do with telling a story? What does this building have to do with impacting lives and impacting people? But that's where my brain goes, is it's easier for us now than the people that built this city, that built this country or any country or dynasty or movement. But you have an opportunity to tell a story and to change a world. So tell a story, change the world, and find an excuse to put a good suit on every once in a while. This is Coach Jimmy, and I'll talk to you real soon.